Alright guys, it's that time again. So we are doing a full backtest for the month of August for all SMT signals. I'm going to be using futures this time. I'm going to be using ES, which is very similar to SPY or SPX. The reason I'm using this is because I can easily quantify the moves. So if you're trading options, you have to factor in so many different things with the Greeks to actually figure out what a move in SPY on that day would net you on what strike in an options contract, and that would take forever. So we're just going to use ES points, and we know every single tick, which is 0.25, is worth $12.50, so a full point on ES is $100 using one contract, so it's very easy to quantify profits and losses. So we're going to do it that way. We're going to go through every single trade, and I'm going to let you know how it worked out, the profit, the loss, and at the very end, we'll calculate all of our profit to see if you traded every single signal, stuck to the system, executed your stops and your profits as they are defined per the strategy, what you would have netted in a month using one ES contract. So just to preface this video, we're going to do a few things here. So an SMT signal is invalidated if only two criteria are met, right? So there's two invalidation criteria. If we get a sell signal that closes directly above VWAP or the 200 EMA, we disregard those as we are essentially closing above or below a very strong support level. So if we got a signal like a sell signal, SMT sell on this candle, we would ignore that because it's right on top of VWAP. And same thing with the 200 EMA. If we got a sell signal that closed right on top of that, we would ignore that. And then of course a buy signal on the bottom side of that we would ignore as well. Our profit targets are always the next support or resistance level down, and we're going to use the auto support and resistance, and where we see a very strong pivot point, we're going to mark those as well, and then those will be our targets. So let's get started. This is the first day of August, so this is Tuesday, August 1st. Now, I'm only going to trade market hours because that is when we trade. I don't trade anything outside of market hours because I like the volume that comes with the market hours. I don't like the slow grind of the low volume aftermarket movement. So we're going to go straight to 9 a.m. So I'm just going to fast forward. Boom, boom, 9 o'clock. And then I'm going to go to my 5-minute chart, which is where I trade and where the system was developed. And then we'll mark some strong supports and resistances to use for that day. So we got a level there. We have a level here. A level up here as well. And if I look at the prior day's price action, you can see a very strong reversal point here. So there we go. Those are going to be our levels going into the day. You can also see right away we have a strong level here as well, so we'll keep that on our chart. Okay, there's the first signal. So it closes right at our level here. If we were to take this signal, we would take it right to the overhead resistance, which is VWAP. So that would be our first trade. We enter on candle close, and if we measure the move here, straight to VWAP is 1.25 points. So that's trade 1. ES points, we type in 1.25, and the profit is very simple. We just multiply whatever that is by 100, which is why I love futures. Boom. So that's your profit in terms of dollar values if you traded one contract on that trade. All right, let's continue. See how we always take our profit at VWAP? You can see that we rejected VWAP 2 more times and pushed back down to this key level. Where are we at here? Alright, day's going to end in a little bit here. So there we go. There's a close of market at 16, which is 4 p.m. Eastern. So then I'm just going to switch to my 1-hour chart, and I'm going to fast forward to the next day because we don't care about market hours. But I do have them enabled so we can capture all the price action in our EMAs. 679. Alright, back to our 5-minute chart. Let's take a look at strong support and resistance. Got a good level there. Down here, of course, that's already marked with the demand zone. So strong resistance where that 200 EMA was. And can do resistance there, or support there. Alright, and then let's trade. Nothing yet. Here we go. So right away we try to see where can we take this, you would see that the immediate resistance level is right here. So let's take a look at why this is where we take our profits, and it's actually where the next candle went. So huge pivot point reversal. So we have evening star here. We have this inverted hammer rejection of this resistance level, which was rejected. The following candle can't break through it, and we have a very significant pivot where we tank in price for a bit. So that's where we want to take our profit. So you can see we enter the candle there, and we take it to that resistance, which if we measure that out here, 2.5 points on ES. And I'm just going to make this the formula, drag that across, and we can fill that in as we go. Alright, we test that level again. Again, it's a good place to take profit if you haven't already, because this is a very strong reversal point. Shocking, we reverse there. Let's see here, we are at 14, that's 2 p.m. Oh, there's a failed signal. So we get our signal right there. Our stop loss is always going to be the 21 EMA or VWAP or the 200 EMA. So let's measure this out. So you enter on this candle, you're stopped out at candle close right there. So that is minus 2.25. So we're just going to put a negative sign on that, and then it'll automatically calculate profit as negative profit, which is just a loss. So there we go. Where are we at here? Okay. So we're going to switch to the 1 hour, and we're going to go to the next day. It's going to be a very long video, but I think it's important to backtest and to see in different market conditions how your system performs. Alright, let's go to the 5-minute chart, and then let's look for our levels again. Right away, we can see that this is a strong level. You can do that level as well. There's a couple right there. There's a good level. And right there's a good level. Oh, no signals that day. Alright, well, that makes our life easier. We'll switch to the 1 hour, we'll go to the next day. Pretty clear level right there. This is a pretty clear resistance. Drop this level because it's right next to it. Alright, so let's see what we get this day. Don't tell me another day with no signals. Could be. Oh, there we go. Okay. Here's a signal. So, we enter here. You can already see the next immediate target. You could draw a level here because this is a large volume bullish engulfing candle, so you would expect the bottom of that candle to provide some support, so you can make that your level. You can also take it to VWAP. We can use our 9 EMA as our stop, or a close above this this supply zone. So we're right at the supply. We're not closing above supply yet, so we're still in our trade. And there we go. Boom. So I'm not going to take this all the way to VWAP. I want to be conservative with this approach because I know personally I probably would have taken my profits here once we tap this level. So let's make that our profit point so we can be as transparent as possible. So we draw this out, and that's 2.75. There we go. That's a big dump. Okay. Day's over. Let's go to our 1 hour, and let's go to the next day. Let's see if we can grab any levels here on the downside that we missed. So there's a clear level, as denoted by the algo. Let's see what else we can get here. It's a good level to draw. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Oh, here we go. Yep, that's a loss. So what we would have done is entered here looking for that next level down with a stop above the 200 EMA, and we got stopped. So let's measure this out. The candle close is 2.75. So you're essentially negating the last move and breaking even off of that one. Alright, day's over. We switch to our 1 hour. No, not 1 day, 1 hour. And we'll fast forward. Alright, I think we're back in kind of a range area where we were before, a little bit below where we were prior. So let's mark, we already have that level marked. Alright, we're good. Now normally I think I would go all the way back to the last time we were in this price range and grab some levels, but that would make this video even longer. So we're just going to stick to our key levels and then intraday support and resistance. So we can, it's a resistance level. Let's see here. Alright. So we are on this zone. So I'm going to use the 9 EMA as my stop, and I'm going to look to take this to the next overhead level. Boom. There's that trade. So that is from entry at this candle to exit here is 2.25 points. So you can see it's really just a scalping strategy. High conviction scalps, which is my favorite way to trade. Okay, there's close. Oh, I see a nice level right here. Let's draw that out. If this is a trend day, oh, we might get some kind of signal here. There we go. So this signal here, it's right at a supply zone, so it's a risky signal. Your next target would be inside that supply zone. So, I mean, we'll say we'll take it to this level right here, but I have a feeling that probably wouldn't have taken that normally. But you can see, if we take it from target to target, we can get 4.25 points. Oh no, I totally missed this. Anyway, you can see next level down is your zone, and if we measure this out, straight to the zone is 3.25 points. Here you could use this zone as your stop. You could also use VWAP, you can use your EMAs. Neither of those actually ended up closing past, so you would have stayed in your trade. And if you had some balls, you could have kept holding this and had a huge day there, but not how I do my system, and the day's over. So let's go to the 1 hour. Okay, here we go. So with this trade, you can take it to the next level in the 200 EMA. And if we take it to the 200 EMA, because it did a very significant drop there, that's 3.25. Where are we at here? 12 o'clock. Here we go. This is a small little signal. I'd probably use this key level as my stop, with the down the supply zone right below, or the demand zone right below is my target. It's a tiny little scalp, but it adds up to 1 point. Alright, I think the day's over here. Yep. Alright, let's move to our 1 hour chart and fast forward. Already at 16 minutes. Sheesh, this might be an hour long. Alright. Now we can get some more levels since we're below range here. That's a good level. It falls within one of our zones. It's a good level there. It's a good level as well. Alright, let's get started. Alright, here we go. So this is going to be our stop. Is this yesterday low zone right here. And you can see there's not much room to the key level, which is our target. But we do hit that key level on that next candle. So what is that? 0.75. Tiny little scalp. We do get some more downside before we reverse. Alright, almost there. And 3 more candles, and there's the day there. It's 4 o'clock. Again, go to our 1 hour, fast forward to the next day. Oh no, I skipped it. Oh well. So you can see here, my next support level is not very far below this. Again, this is a tiny scalp. We can use this key level as our stop, and then we can look to just scalp to the next support level, which we get on that candle. And we actually dip all the way down here, but if we just stick to our level, it's 0.75, small little scalp. $75 scalp there. But if you stuck through, you wanted to get more downside, and you still used this key level as your stop, you could have gotten a lot more downside on that move. And let's continue. Oh, I totally missed this. Okay. So this is our level we marked earlier. This did actually go straight to the next zone, but if we stick again to our level, from here to here is 1.5 points. We could have used this zone as our stop or the 9 EMA. So 1.5 points. Alright, this is into after hours, so let's go ahead and skip through. Go back to our 5-minute chart. Looks like a bear flag here. Let's see how that plays out. Nice. Here we go. So I'm going to call this a loss. If we use this zone as our stop, we would have actually gotten stopped out here at the bottom of this candle, which is minus 2.5. Let's see what happens if you use the key level as your stop. No, you're not stopped out yet. The trade works. You get some drawdown to the key level, never close below, and then you get all the way up to your next target. But we use the zone in this situation. A tighter stop there, so we took the loss. Here we go. So because the EMAs are really close to us and they're stacked on top of each other like this, we use the 21 EMA as our stop. And what I'm going to do for this situation is I'm going to look at this pivot point here. That resistance is going to be our target. So we enter at this is actually a red candle, which is interesting. Risky to enter a buy signal on this really bearish candle, but let's just do it anyway. So we enter here on the support where the candle closed, and we're looking for a retrace to this resistance. And we use the 21 EMA as our stop. Oh no, that's a close one. So we're not at the 21 there, and we're stopped out. That's a pretty brutal stop. So this is going to eat a good amount of profit here. Let's see where this boy is at, how many points we lost here. This is the unfortunate case. 2.25. So we got some losses here, a couple losses in a row. That's just part of trading. Alright, day's over. Let's move on. Halfway through the month and 22 minutes into the video. So this might be a 45-minute video, not an hour, so not as bad as I thought. Alright. Let's do 2 more of these, go back to our 5-minute. Okay, there's a nice scalp. Again, we can use the 21 or VWAP. VWAP might be the first, so we can use that as our stop. Again, we're just scalping to the next level down, and this nets us 1.25. Ooh, that was actually a great signal. Closed below the key level and then proceeded to dump to yesterday's low, which in total is a 7.25 point move, but of course we're sticking to the conservative trades here. Oh my god. Alright. There's a lot of volatility here. Alright, there's another one. Enter here, looking for VWAP. Your stop can be this zone, and that is 1.75. Okay, day is over. Let's go back to our 1 hour. Alright, so now that we're even lower, we can draw some significant levels here. Okay, those are good. I would do this one as well because we reversed. And let's do it. Well, look at the strength of that level. Okay. So, right here, we enter on candle close, looking for the 200 EMA. Enter there, we tap the 200 EMA, we get out, and you can see it dumps after that rejection. So getting in, taking us to the 200 EMA, 1.25 points. Oh, there's our next one here. Very easy one there. Enter here, looking for pre-market low, stop out above this demand zone, I guess supply zone, measure that out. 1.5 points. Alright, 4 more candles, and the day's over. Let's draw some significant levels. Let me adjust this one a little bit. Same with this one. Okay. Alright, that's good. Those are our key supports and resistances there. Oh, alright. Sell signal here. We close below VWAP, so the signal's valid. We're looking to take this to the key level. We get to the key level and even a little bit more downside. We take our profit. So you can see that scalp at the key level is a 1.25 point move. There's another one. So that itself is a resistance level. So you could have taken it back to that resistance level. But let's try to take this to VWAP. Let's see what happens there. We're going to use this zone as our stop. Oh my god. That's a bad one. So we entered there, stopped out there, and wow, 6.25. That is probably that's the biggest loss for sure. So minus 6.25. It's a fat loss. Let me actually see what we're at. Okay, equals sum. Let's just sum. What am I doing wrong here? There we go. We're going to sum this column. We're still at 1450 profit off one contract, so that's pretty good. So let's continue, even after that big loss. This is a tiny little scalp here. Take that to the 200 EMA. Oops. Boom, to the 200 EMA. And 0.5. We got 0.5 back after that loss. Oh, actually, this doesn't count. This is actually after hours. That was my mistake. Alright, let's go to the 1 hour. Let's go to the next day. Okay, let's draw our supports and resistances. get anything today. Probably not. Yeah. So no signals this day. Alright, let's move on to the next. Alright, here we go. Yep, this is a loss. So we enter here. Again, we can use the 21 EMA as our stop. I probably would have used pre-market low potentially as a stop, but regardless, bearish engulfing candle here. So we take a look at the size of this move. So minus 4.75. Oh, that's nice. Right after that, we get a really good signal. So from here to pre-market low is where we would take this. We can use our EMAs as our stops again. So that's a 2-point move. So we regain some there. Okay, day's over. This might be just a huge uptrend day. Yeah, nothing there. No signals there. Alright, let's move on. Looks like a downward trend day here. Yeah. Don't think we'll get any signals. Okay. No signals that day. Move on to the next day. We're starting to get pretty heavy with these levels. Let's see if we missed any. Whoa. Alright. Wild price action, no signals. Alright, another day no signals. So it'll be tough not to trade on these days, but per the back test and the strategy, we are not. Oh, there we go. Thank God we got a good signal. Boom. Straight to the zone. Didn't trade for 3 days for this. Alright, 24. That is a 3.5 point move. Oh, perfect example of signal to disregard. Sell signal right on top of the 200 EMA. We don't take that. So disregard. If you did take it and you used this zone as your stop, you still could have hit your next target, which is nice, but we're disregarding that. We're not going to call that a win. We're just going to ignore it. Alright. We're almost done here. Alright, nothing that day. Alright, that's a lot of chop. Alright, this signal right here, if you took this on the key level, your next level down would be this resistance right or support right here. You could also use VWAP. Your stop would have been the EMAs. If you want, you could have used this level, but if you wouldn't necessarily have that level on your chart, so you can use the EMAs. We bear flagged on top here, close below, and then dump to the next level. So I'm going to use that level as my trade, and then we're going to go there. It's 3.25. Oh, there's another one. Enter there, use the EMAs as your stop, look for the next key level down, and from the candle close to the key level is 1.5. Alright, day's over. Should probably just have one more day, I think the 31st, and then we're done. Unless we only have 30 days in August, I can't even remember. Nope, we got 31. Alright, final day here. Alright, here we go. So, it's a tough one. So if you would have taken, you could have taken this to VWAP as it's the next level below this zone. But to hold past the zone is not really what I would do. I think I would just take this straight to the zone, which is a tiny scalp, 50 points, or half a tick. No, 2 ticks, 0.5. So anyway, I don't know what I'm saying. 27, that's 0.5, you get 50 bucks. Now, if you did take it all the way down to the 200 EMA, it's a very nice sell signal, 3.25 points. But again, the next immediate level down is that demand zone, and it's a yesterday demand zone, so I totally would have sold there per the strategy. So we're going to stick to that. And I wonder if that's the only signal. Alright, we're approaching end of day here. So, yeah, that's it. Alright, how long is this? 39, almost 40 minutes. Okay, that is every single day in August. That is every single SMT signal, how I would have played it per the Z strategy, and then here are the results. Now, let's ignore these. Let's sum up the profits using one ES contract. Okay, $2,050 is what you would have profited with one contract. If you want to do 2, 3 contracts, just you factor in that multiple, 6,000 on 3 contracts, 4,100 on 2 contracts, whatever. Now let's take a look at the accuracy. Alright, so let's just sum up the wins. Let's just do this manually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So wins is 21, which obviously means our losses has to be 6. And let's confirm that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And our accuracy is pretty easy. It's wins over the sum of wins. Damn it, I can't see that. Plus, should be F2. Forgot my parenthesis. Okay, relax. Boom. Alright, and then if we just multiply that times 100, we'll get our percentage. 77.8%. Very close to in line with that 80% accuracy. And there you go, guys. So that is the full back test using one ES contract for the entire